What's up, taters? This is Tree from treeoflogic.com. So we have to catch up on what's been going on with Stephanie and her distant beta male boyfriend, Drew. And let me tell you something. This is better than the soap operas, I tell you what. So there's a lot of videos she uploaded since then. So let's dive into that first.
So it's officially been a week homeless as a family of 7. And so far, we're navigating it pretty well, I'd like to say.
Okay. Oh, my God. Okay, I want you guys to understand that she is in, I think, a bathroom, I think. No. This is outside the bathroom, okay? Because the toilet is inside a room on its own. So she's basically the sink that you wash your hands in. She's using that to wash the dishes.
Hold up, I just played that back, and that sounds way better than when I was trying to do it in the bathroom with everybody in the hotel room. That was not working. Okay, let's get back to it. Like I said, we've been navigating it pretty well. We've just been keeping to our pretty normal routine. I mean, it is currently spring break, and that's definitely added some chaos to it, but it is what it is. I actually enjoy having my babies with me through this time because I just feel like the more we're together, the more we can process everything, and we're just honestly stronger together as a family. I could sit here and bounce back and answer all these comments that I see, like sit there and explain myself, but I just don't feel it's worth it. Because regardless of what I say...
Imagine being stuck in a hotel room with your dusty beta male living like this. Ladies, any man that is okay with you living like this, don't like you, don't care about you. Like, you are not a man, actually. And Stephanie has very low self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? People reminded me that I didn't talk about her husband because she is currently married. And her husband is a PDF file, who basically essayed his own mother. I kid you not. And, he has done it to children. So she is terrible at picking men. And obviously, look at her track record. But this is what I'm saying. Like, how could you be a man, like, washing dishes in a sink that's meant to wash your hands? A very, very small sink bowl. And they got the ring light here, and she wants to show everybody, look, my dusty beta male husband is able to do dishes. See, he's not that bad. He's okay.
What I put forward, you guys are going to have something to judge about. I feel like I just can't say this enough. It's literally not your life. It's ours. So it's our choice. Trying to be like those annoying aesthetic videos. Click, 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 click. Like, why do they got to do that with every single bottle? We get it. Yeah, no, I literally just said I wasn't going to answer a bunch of questions, but I am going to answer this one. Y'all are always asking me, what does Drew do? He does a lot, but I have one device to create content on, and that's my phone. And usually my phone is being used to do a lot of mom things as well. Get as many clips as I can of me doing my thing. Oftentimes I really don't get as many clips of Drew doing what he's doing around the place. I think going forward, he's going to start getting his perspective on the matter too. So prepare to see videos from Drew as well. For the life of me, I don't know why that's just going to steam a bunch of you when you literally could just do what makes you happy too. Why is that so hard? I wake up and choose miserable every day and then you turn around and blame other people for it. I thought we were the creator of our own destiny. Okay, bye-bye now.
So what she is referring to is that Drew created his own channel, and it's pretty boring. Like, it's called the Resilient Me and Dad Jenkins, and it's got Drew here. At the moment, as I'm recording this, it has 1,003 followers, and it's really not an interesting channel. He doesn't talk on it at all. He doesn't put his face in front of it. He doesn't interact with the camera. It's just basically like text, and he has this last video that you see where it says donut breakfast. That's just the kids. So, but he did post this right here where they rented out a very small space to put all the clothes and toys and the beds and other things from their 1-bedroom apartment into a storage because this does not fit into a hotel. See, as you can see, everything actually fit kind of sloppy at the end, but it works. What the boss lady wanted for dinner, I think that's what that is. So he bought dinner for them, or maybe she bought dinner for them. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't tell. He's not working, so I'm sure, she bought it. She gave him the money and, what I'm saying, and he purchased it. So look at this. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, so let's go back to Stephanie's channel.
And this is exactly why I said I always remain grateful for whatever situation I'm in. I try to find the positivity no matter what, because the situation can always get worse. I have to excuse the fan in the background. I'm in the bathroom in the motel. And please excuse the lack of voice that I have, because we're fighting something. We all woke up with some kind of cough this morning. And I think that's just our bodies trying to adjust from the new environment and going back and forth. But let me get back to it. A little over a week ago today, I had a dishwasher that was somewhat working. I had a kitchen sink. I had a stove. I had a kitchen. Yeah, it was small, but it was more than what we're...
God. Oh my God. There's no way these kids should be living like this. Look at this place.
working with now. And a lot of you wanted to put down that situation that we were living in. I mean, albeit it was definitely not ideal for our size of a family we have now, but there was a lot of positivity about it too. And I think that's just because we had really spent the time to make that situation work for our family. While we were packing up the U-Haul, Drew and I noticed we really did have that place organized to fit for our family. Drew and I both really like the concept of a tiny home as long as it has well organization to it, but ideally said tiny home would be on a plot of land. Also, the tiny home that we envision has a space and a nook for everybody. Everybody's provided their own little private area. We still get to remain the close-knit family that we are. And that's just a little bit about our goals and how we try to stay positive in every situation we're in. Okay, bye-bye now.
Okay, so next let's watch the video titled Day 11 Living in a Motel as a Family of 7.
Period. I love it too. Thanks for showing me.
Get a little bit of water in there.
Maybe like 3 days.
Got it.
So this is day 12 living in a motel as a family of 7.
So Drew just got done at the U-Haul place, well, the storage unit. He emptied out the U-Haul, took our oldest kid with him. Now he's gonna come back, and then so he can go take the U-Haul back.
When we get home.
Look at him now. Kisses my hair when I brush it out. There's another thing to hate on me. I have one ear bigger than the other. Go ahead and make fun of that. Like, I'm just gonna tell you everything that's ugly about me because then I said it before you did.
So it looks like I was right. The toilet is in a room by itself, separated from the sink. And in there is also the shower. So she's using that to hang up clothes and some other stuff.
Oh. Hold on, watch this. Oh, hold on, watch this.
Face is starting to get all red. It's starting to match. I think it's great that he can just.
So we're officially 2 weeks into being homeless and living in a motel as a family of 7. Now this hit us right at spring break, and it's been a little bit challenging finding ways to entertain the kiddos. And I know I've seen all the comments about y'all saying, oh, kids aren't supposed to be resilient. Now, while I fully agree that our living situation is not ideal for any of us right now, I just don't agree that we have to be, you're miserable. I mean, you see our situation as miserable, and we just don't see it like that. I also seen y'all had an issue with us being positive mindset about it. Like, this lady is positive mindset for what? She should be miserable. Because if commenter number 8,852 grew up in a big family, in a small home where parents fought all the time and disregarded the children's existence, surely that's got to be the case for the resilient Jenkins. That's just not the case here. Are we perfect? No. Like any other family, we butt heads from time to time, and these siblings be sibling. But at the end of the day, we are each other's safe space in every way. One memory I'm forever going to hold on to is something my kids do right before bedtime. They all plan their dreams so that they can dream together. They have a countdown because they insist they have to go to sleep at the same time for their dreams to connect. And now in our current situation, Drew and I have been joining the dream party. And tonight's dream we got planned is a real life cloudy with a chance of meatballs. All right, bye-bye now.
Now here's where it gets really good. So Drew's first baby mother, the one where he hasn't seen his child since he was 5 years old. And I think the son is 12 years old right now. Well, come to find out that Drew got served papers. Yeah, because Stephanie has to show everybody where she is, what she doing, how her dusty beta male is not a dusty beta male, but he's very, very extra dusty. And a lot of people are into their business. They know exactly where they are and basically dox them. So she used that information. She's about to tell it to you in a minute. She used that information to take to her caseworker, and they contact the sheriff, and he got served papers. And this is where it gets good. So let's listen to her. This is her TikTok channel called Nails by Arlita, I think that's how you pronounce her name. If not, please tell me in the comments below. Let's listen to what she has to say about everything. Trust me, this is good.
Well, hey y'all. I don't know, a few of you have been like waiting for an update from me on my side of things. And I'm not sure, maybe you guys do, but back in February I had made a post, right, about saying I got a phone call and what that phone call, which I couldn't really speak on at the time of what I got. But now that I got some good, I would say it's good on my behalf, I feel bad for you know who. Should I even say I feel bad? I don't feel bad. I don't because I seen this coming. And like I said, if she hadn't exposed herself up here on these internet streets about how they were living and everything, I probably wouldn't have gotten the outcome this fast. So let's put it that way. So back in February, I got the phone call from our caseworker that's on my child support case. Back in February, it was the beginning of February, I got the call, and the call was just of holding him in contempt, which a few of you guys said that in my comments, like, oh, I hope it's like him being held accountable, blah blah blah. Mind you, there's just some things that I couldn't speak on because a lot of you here on this internet are doing a little bit too much, and like, even still in my comments, like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? When I responded to most people, like, you know, I can't talk about it right now, but when I can, I will, right? But I still get people like, what are you talking about? Or, I want to know. When I legitimately said, like, when I could talk about it. But, you know, it goes over some people's heads. And yeah, so when certain things come into play, you have to move differently, right? I move like that. I move differently. I gave hints. I was in comments. I was stating some things, right? Because I knew what was coming. I absolutely knew what was coming out of this back in February. So the phone call was, basically, she called me and she was like, I just want to know if you are okay with holding Andrew in contempt of his order, because y'all, back in October, when he went to that court date that I posted about back in October, he told our caseworker that he was working. He told her that he was working. And so when he wasn't paying nothing, that's when she called me and asked, can we hold him in contempt? And I told her, absolutely. Do what you have to do, because I never received consistent child support payments. I've had, like I told you guys back in October, I had 2 pretty big payments that came from the state, right? Which means they were taken out of his taxes whenever he filed back in 15 and 17. So those are like the 2 big things that I got back from him. Other than that, when child support was in play, I never really got consistent payments. And that's when I told you guys that one time where I specifically remember that I received 5 cents in my account, because I vividly remember that. And so he's being held in contempt of our child support order, which finally now I can say, because since all this stuff about the eviction and them being in hotels and y'all doing weird stuff like doxing them and doing that, I don't condone the doxing. I don't, because there's kids involved. But it helped me out a little bit in the long run, because I was able to have him served. And I got the confirmation from the sheriff that he was served. And his court date for next month is April 7th. And it comes with a pretty hefty thing. Like, this is my copy. Like, it's pretty thick. My copy, right? So I got this copy first. He got served, I want to say a couple of days ago, because I had texted the sheriff and asked if he had made contact, and he said yes. And I want to say that was Monday, because today's Wednesday. My baby is probably going to get what he deserves. Like I said, and it's crazy to me because people are saying like, oh, Arlita, you shouldn't even be speaking on this. You shouldn't even have nothing to say. You have your kid. I find that weird. I find that weird that people are trying to tell me that I shouldn't have said nothing, that I don't really have anything to say because I have my kid. But what the fuck do you mean I don't have nothing to say? She literally has been dodging responsibility. And the crazy thing about it is, y'all, I waited a whole year. A whole year. That's how fucking nice I am. And I'm tired of playing nice. But I waited a whole year after my child was born to put him on child support. A whole year. All I asked him to do was pay me $100. No lie. If I could find the note that I had him sign about just paying me $100 and I could take care of the rest, and all he had to worry about was providing diapers and wipes at the time that my son was born before I even put him on child support, that's all he had to worry about, $100. And I was taking care of everything else. And not only that, he had visitation. I let him go over there. And the crazy thing about it is I'm not going to get too deep because I found out a whole lot of things after all this transpired. If I feel comfortable talking about it, I will, but right now I'm not. But I just know that God was covering my baby when he was with him. And I thank God for that every day. So for people like, oh, Arlita, you shouldn't speak on this, or you have nothing really to say. You have your kid. You can kiss my ass. 12 years. He hasn't seen his son since he was 5 because I invited him. And the fact, that's why they look stressed in that last video that she posted. She looked stressed because I know she know. Because what are you going to say? What can you say? Now you're being held in contempt. And you're going to have to pay something. And if not, we all know what happens with that. So for anybody else that feel like I shouldn't have to say nothing, please explain to me why I shouldn't have said nothing. Please explain to me why I shouldn't have came out and said what I said. Because like I told her in the last videos, if you would not have said anything, this probably wouldn't have happened to y'all. And I probably wouldn't even have got this stuff moved so fast. Do you get what I'm saying? But the fact that you put it out there and the fact that I knew of where your guys' whereabouts is the only thing that helps speed this up in all reality. I'm pretty sure I was going to get a phone call sometime soon, but in reality, since this blew up and since I was sending stuff to my caseworker and showing her like, this is what's going on, it got things moving. And I'm always going to speak up for my kid because he deserved it. If he didn't want to be a father, you're going to help financially. I've done everything. I pay for everything. Me and my husband pay for everything. I signed him up for sports. He does a lot. My kid does not just sit around the house. He plays basketball. He plays baseball. Like, we have seasons. This mom, I'm a sports mom. Like, we really be going. Like, I asked him for the bare minimum. He couldn't even do that. But now he has to chuck up again. And you best believe I will be calling in to that court date just to see what's going to happen. Because the last time I didn't call in. But what she told me that he did state that he was working. He just refused to pay. So whose fault is that? That's bum behavior. And the fact that people are going along with this or trying to give her benefit of the doubt, y'all weird for that too. Plain and simple as that. Y'all weird for that too. Quit enabling adults who have responsibilities. Because there are 2 grown people putting those kids in a situation that they don't even need to be put in.
Drew Jenkins was just served for being in contempt of court for not paying his child support. And the reason that he was able to be served was because Stephanie posted their location online. Arlita is the mother of Drew's 12-year-old son that he hasn't seen in 7 years. She made a video saying that she watches the Resilient Jenkins TikToks and was able to figure out where they were staying from their videos. She then sent their location to her caseworker, and the sheriff confirmed that he had been served and has court on April the 7th at the Multnomah County Courthouse. Arlita said that Drew has been in contempt of court since February, but that she didn't know where he lived to have him served, and that if Stephanie had not given away her location in their videos, the process to get him served would not have been as quick as it was. Arlita also says that she knows Stephanie is mad about this, and that she could see the stress on her face in the last few videos. Arlita says that Drew has not seen her 12-year-old son since he was 5 years old, and that she has never received consistent child support payments from him.
My mind is blown. Stephanie Jenkins, why is there a tail hanging from the ceiling? The only reason there would be a tail hanging from a ceiling is to cover up the smoke detector. So you're covering the smoke detector, I think, and then you are using a deep fryer right next to all of these outlets. Why not an air fryer? Does this woman know how fast a deep fryer with hot oil in a 1-bedroom hotel with 7 small children could turn into a literal disaster in seconds next to all these outlets? This is terrifying. You wouldn't even be able to safely get 7 people out of a hotel room if this caught on fire. Like, this is crazy. For the people that are going to say, why do you care, why do you care? Because this is nonsense, not normal. You do not get evicted from your apartment and you think to take your deep fryer to a hotel room. Like a rotisserie chicken is $5 and won't kill you. this will kill you. This is insane. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments.
Illegal things the resilient Jenkins have filmed and posted to the internet. Let's start off with the fact that Stephanie has filmed Drew driving several times, even though he has a suspended license. The reason Drew supposedly has a suspended license is because he owes over 10 years worth of child support.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot because that happens in Georgia a lot. I can't tell you how many times have taken guys to jail because their license was suspended. They were served with suspension papers, right? So if you're driving and you don't know your license is suspended, then the police officer or the sheriff who pulls you over serves you papers saying, hey, your license is suspended. You know now. Sign this document acknowledging that you are aware that your license is suspended. So therefore, if you get caught driving again, you go to jail. And there has been plenty of times where guys have gone to jail for the contempt of court in reference to not paying child support. I wonder, could this be used against him in court?
License is because he owes over 10 years worth of child support. And if you owe a lot in child support, they can actually suspend your license. So this video was posted to Stephanie's sub only, but it very quickly got out to the mainstream internet. And this totally could be used against Drew in court. Next illegal thing Stephanie filmed was her saying that she will be abandoning her cats when she gets evicted. She made a whole video even throwing out the litter boxes. Don't worry guys, one of the cats has been rescued, and because of this video, charges are pending against Stephanie. The next illegal thing they filmed was the entire reason they went viral in the first place. I explained this in one of my videos about the resilient Jenkins, but basically Stephanie and her kids illegally moved into a rent-assisted apartment with Drew and his son. Drew lied and said Stephanie and her kids were not living there, that only him and his son were. And when he went to court and tried to do this, the court was like, no, we have screenshots, we have proof that Stephanie and her kids are living there, which led to them getting evicted on top of the fact that they hadn't paid rent in several months. If you guys haven't noticed so far in this video, Stephanie and Drew have a trend of filming things and then not really thinking about the fact that these things are illegal and can come back to bite them in court. Either they truly don't think what they're doing is wrong, or they just aren't very smart. One of the very last things I will be talking about is something that is possibly illegal. We just don't know for sure. So in the same video that Stephanie films Drew driving, she shows the back seat and you can see that 3 of the 5 kids are in the car. Because they don't have a vehicle big enough to fit everybody in the car, and here is Stephanie admitting to that. This era of not having a vehicle big enough to take the whole family around just needs to pass. Here we have another video of Stephanie and Drew out in public, and this video is actually deleted, and not all of their kids are with them. This led many people to conclude, okay, are they leaving some of their kids at the murder hotel that they live in? But the reason why I say this is only a possible illegal thing is because some of their kids could be at school. Some people are claiming at around the time this video was filmed, school was actually on spring break.
Yeah,
so
she even said it in the video. They're on spring break. So, yeah, she left the kids in the hotel by themselves. She left the older ones there. So, yeah, they were on spring break at the time.
School was actually on spring break, so the kids shouldn't be at school anyway. They should be at home. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them to leave the kids at home. I don't know. I will continue this series because I'm almost positive they will post more illegal things because they seem fine with doing that.
So before I end the video, let's check in on Milo. As you all know, Milo is the cat that was rescued. Now, here's the deal. She had about 4 cats, and it looks like the other 3 were taken in by either the neighbors or someone picked up the cats. And the only reason they didn't pick up Milo was because of all the fleas that his skin was infested with, his hair coming off. He looking malnourished. He looked really sickly. So that's the reason why he was probably abandoned and not taken in by anybody. But I'm happy to let you guys know that the young lady that has taken him, he looks really good now. She is taking care of him. She has also chipped him. And I think he's out of quarantine. Let's check in on Milo.
Everybody, so this is Milo's corner. My room has like a little reading nook for like a table and chair. We made it Milo's corner. Now, my room, my daughter's room. My daughter has 2, one in her closet, one in her room. So she made one for Coco. This is Milo's bedroom. So he has like a little licking ball here for his corner, little scratchy one. He has one of these in his room. He's digging for some toys. So he has a toy bin upstairs and he has a toy bin downstairs. His bed is coming in the mail. So his bed will go right here. It looks like a little mini bed. A little scratchy post. I may or may not put a litter box in here. I think I'm going to put one over there where the scratchy thing is. He has a little TV for him to, you know, watch the birds or the squirrels or listen to his bedtime music. And he loves his room. So yeah, this is Milo's bedroom inside of my room, and this is his little area. And
the cat is living better than the Jenkins family. The way they treated the cat, he is living way better than the Jenkins family. Oh my God.
I will show you guys a video of Coco's when my daughter gives me permission to go in her room and she cleans it.
So there has been talks about filing charges against Stephanie for abandoning her cats, all four of them. This has been documented, and she has been deleting a lot of those videos where she talked about, actually she deleted the video where she talks about basically, you know, abandoning the cats, getting rid of the cats and everything like that. Anything about the cats, she has deleted those videos, and she posted this about a couple of days ago. I find it pretty convenient y'all waited to show up for the cats until you can make they abandoned them. This is a felony. Your awful people post. Because tell me why you didn't show up while we were still there and asking for someone to help and take them. Wait a minute. You didn't ask anybody to come in over there and take the cats. You just said, hey, we can't find no place to take them. The animal shelter is not accepting anybody. So we're just going to take them out. Like, you didn't do that. You didn't make it. If I'm wrong, please somebody in the comments tell me I'm wrong and provide the evidence. But I'm telling you, she didn't make no video saying, hey, I can't keep the cats anymore. Y'all come over there and get them. Because, you know, daggone well, people would have been coming there in droves to come get those cats. Anyway, she says, that's right. One, you didn't have the balls to show your hater bombs there to our faces. What is this sentence? Obviously, y'all knew where we were located and how to get to the cats. If they were genuinely concerned to help the cats, you would have showed up weeks ago. This is nonsense. You didn't offer that you didn't say that the cats were really ready to be taken. You just said you just abandoned them. You just got rid of them. Actually, you just lied and said that you took them to an animal shelter, but you didn't. You just basically kicked them out of the apartment and you didn't allow them to come back. Anyway, you can keep trying to paint us as horrible people. You are horrible people, you and your Dusty. But I'm going to start speaking up more because we've been through a freaking lot as a family because of you, Stephanie. And quite frankly, we don't deserve the online harassment, especially at this time. So there you have it, dear taters. We are all caught up on the Jenkins family and Drew. I think the next time I do a video, unless they do something else stupid prior to that, the next time I do a video will be after Drew's court date. So we can see if he's in jail or he paid money to his first baby mama. Time will tell, because like I said, April the 7th is right around the corner. Anyway, let me know what you think by leaving a comment below this video. Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to ask a question, right? I have to ask a question. Do you think Stephanie's going to do something stupid before April the 7th that I have to cover? Let me know. Or do you think I can hold off until Drew's court date? Let me know by leaving a comment below this video. Don't forget to give it a like. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, taters.